it's really not so much about better relationships, but it's about healthier relationships.
Right.
Because a lot of times if you don't know how to connect with the relationship that you're in, then that's where you kind of disconnect from the opportunities that where it can kind of escalate to something greater than what it is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you think you're connected and you're really not connected, because when the relationship takes a turn or something happens within one or the other person's life, then sometimes there could be a disconnect. But then you got to understand that relationships evolve. And so even in a disconnect, there's still going to be a connection depending upon how you handle relationships. And so when you go to rehab, you don't go to rehab because you don't have a problem. You go to rehab because you have a problem.
Right.
And then that's where you use other skills, outsources, tactics, strategies to help you overcome that deficit part of your life. And so within that rehab is where you look to get healed, to become better, and to become whole in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So without the rehab, a lot of times people don't become better on their own.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Once again, it's your host, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Hey, once again, joined together with you on tonight with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Y'all give it up for Alexander Hall.
Yo, what's going on?
Baby, hump day.
Yeah, man.
Hump day. It is what it is.
It sure is now. But look here. Yeah, I feel every hour of the day.
Yeah.
Feel it, boy. Feel me?
Yeah, boy. And we getting older, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that.
You know what? You ain't got to. The age will speak for you.
He gonna speak for us, all right. That's what's up, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Once again, we're excited and delighted to be joined with you once again on tonight, man. And y'all know who my other co-host is, man. My brother from the same mother, man. Y'all give it up for Big Bag.
Wow,
Big Dog.
what's going on,
Boy,
Blueprint? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day with the neighbors.
Wonders neighborhood.
Wonders neighborhood. I like that. They got a ring to it.
Yeah,
You gonna get your royalties.
Yeah, I want my I want that. I want my 10%.
I split that down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wonders neighborhood. Yeah, I do got a nice ring to it. You gotta do something with that.
Notes. We gonna stamp this today.
Oh man.
But all in all, pretty good, man. This math been getting extensive. Now it's like 5 problems in one question. Sometimes you got 7 parts. So it's like
I'm not even looking forward to it. Please don't even change the subject.
Like,
I haven't taken a math class yet, so
what in the
I'm dreading that one.
Listen, it's cool. You'll be good. You'll be fine. But
You might be good. I might need you as a tutor.
listen. I'm going to a tutor here shortly myself, just to because it's like the class is so fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even really have time to process what you're learning. So you pretty much writing and listening at the same time. Now, there's instances you can get it like, okay, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's self-explanatory. But it's like when you get deep into the problem, and be like, "Oh, hold on, wait, how you did? Okay, all right, cool. I'll worry about that later. I go check you out, dog.
Yeah.
'Cause our professor, what made me think also what the professor I have. This is his first year, so the whole process of how he teaches and then how we have the notes. I'm like, look, I take great notes and I'm organized, but I'm like, even the notes is everywhere. It's just like, yeah, okay. So it made me think about when we did the episode, by default and not by design. Was by design, by not by default. So I was like, yeah, he's a good teacher, but it's just like, I'm looking for that.
Yeah, he's a teacher by
He's
default.
all the way.
Yeah,
Miss Campbell by design.
by design.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure,
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm taking Miss Campbell next turn. I told my classmate, she was in with me with Miss Campbell, and she was like, "What's his name?" I said, "No, dude, don't worry about it." I said, "I know you and how we worked in the class. This won't, you won't. I'm gonna save you the trouble. I'm gonna tell you the name just to let you know, this is who he is, but other than that,
no bueno.
It's his first year too, which I just found out. So
First year teaching, period, or first year
just in
college?
that college, yeah,
Oh well, yeah.
yep. So I just like fast paced, bro. Just listening, right? It's like 2 minutes. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. And now it's a nice lengthy set of notes. All right, now in the da 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 da. I'm like, bruh, I ain't even got to the third sentence yet. It's like that kind. You know what I'm saying? But all is well, guys. All is well.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's like my critical thinking class.
Mm-hmm.
So he asks a simple question, but he wants you to get a theoretical answer. I'm like, but that ain't what you asked. So his feedback is like a half of a paragraph.
Yes.
Like, that ain't what you asked. Like, that's gonna be in my paper. You just asked a simple question. That ain't got nothing to do with the question you asked. Now it has something to do with the actual assignment as far as the essay. But that question ain't had nothing to do with all of that. What you just put in the, like, dude, you getting on my nerve, dog. And every feedback response is like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a half a paragraph about, hey, oh yeah, I like this, but I want you to do blah 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 blah. Like, dude, the question was just, and it's a one sentence question.
Yeah.
You better be glad I didn't give you a one-worded answer.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want me to get philosophical and theoretical with the question, then give me a question that's worth being philosophical and theoretical about.
Yep.
Like that, what you just asked us to answer ain't got nothing to do with what you just said. and it's almost because I checked the website that rates the professors.
Yeah, rate my professor.com.
Yeah, he's not even on there. So I'm wondering if he's a new teacher because his name pulled up at another university.
Yeah.
So
Usually. I haven't even checked with him.
He got banned.
Because
I'm like, come on, dude. Like, you just wrote a whole paragraph on what you were looking for, and that don't even equate to the question you asked.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy,
it's crazy because the test, his grading scale is stupid.
His is too. I've
60 points.
I've never gotten a, what was it? It was he docked me for something. It was like 4 points. And I'm like, I've been done. This is my third class.
Mm-hmm.
First two professors never docked for like stuff because I'm like, it's a post discussion.
Exactly. It's just basically, what are your thoughts with this question?
No, he didn't dock me 4 points. I got a 4 out of 5 on one of the post discussions. I'm like, I never got a 4. Like, what? It's a post discussion. You didn't ask for it. So now the post discussion for this week, he actually asked for something specific. So I'm like, okay, now I got to make sure I. But the previous ones, it was just
it don't make no sense.
he responds after the fact.
Yeah.
So when he does the announcement for the week, he didn't say what he was looking for in the post discussion as to what he responded to. Now he may have certain stuff, but when I'm looking at what he responded to, I'm like, you didn't put that. So it's like, whatever, dude. Okay, as long as I keep my grade high, I'm fine. I ain't stressing.
Yeah.
I think 65% of online work is just busy work. It don't have really nothing to do with. It's just busy work. Like, yo,
That's
just give me what I need so I can get the degree.
It is.
It's busy work, and that jump be blowing me like.
It is the way it's set up, bro. I agree with that 1,000%.
Yeah, it's busy work. You wasting my time. Like,
yeah, because it's crazy because like I do this to myself every week because it's like, oh, that's all I got to answer. But then when I look into it, I'm like, dang, it took me 3 hours to do a post discussion because dang, I really don't understand what he's saying right here because we got to go read the chapters and then he sends us these videos explaining. I'm like that really didn't tell me like what that was. So now I got to do my own research. Just to answer the question, and then 3 hours later, I'm like, "Dang, it took me 3 hours to answer a post discussion."
It'd be like that. Like it took me 3 hours to do my homework. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like no matter what it is, whether it's essays, whether it's math, it take about 3 hours because it's what they're asking for.
Yeah,
and the type of problems and what we're doing binomials and trinomials. So
I'm a graciously bow out of that conversation. Bilateral.
They got the nerve to say, "Oh, this deal with 3 concepts, but next week we're going to talk about 4." I was like, "Devil is a lie. You gonna talk about 4?" No.
Oh, man.
I don't like that.
But man, Blueprint, we just talking, man. You know, y'all, if for those that are in school, you know, or as an adult back to school, these are, you know, you understand our pain.
We understand.
But that ain't what we want to talk about tonight, man. We just having a little fun catching up. Something we do every week. So you hope you guys are having a blessed new year so far, even though we're 2 months in, almost about to be 3. So, but we were just going over some stuff before we actually hit the record. But man, we just talking about the different dynamics of relationships and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. So we came up with the topic relational rehab. Oh, boy.
See, I'm rubbing my forehead right now, right?
and boy, the conversation we had beforehand, y'all finna get this work. Oh man. So here's the thing about relational rehab is it's really not so much about better relationships, but it's about healthier relationships.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times if you don't know how to connect with the relationship that you're in, then that's where you kind of disconnect from the opportunities where it can kind of escalate to something greater than what it is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you think you're connected and you're really not connected, because when the relationship takes a turn or something happens within one or the other person's life, then sometimes there can be a disconnect. But then we got to understand that relationships evolve. And so even in a disconnect, there's still going to be a connection depending upon how you handle relationships. And so when you go to rehab, you don't go to rehab because you don't have a problem. You go to rehab because you have a problem.
Right.
And then that's where you use other skills, outsources, tactics, strategies to help you overcome that deficit part of your life. And so within that rehab is where you look to get healed, to become better, and to become whole in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So without the rehab, a lot of times people don't become better on their own.
Right.
And then a lot of times it's better in a sense because you have that outside knowledge, that eye, that the ability to kind of point out something that you may miss purposely or unintentionally. Exactly. So we're going to be talking about relational rehab on tonight. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna toss the ball up in the air to one of these guys, and whichever one want to catch it, then we'll just kind of go off in it on tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna start with that. And here's the blueprint nation too. Before it's not really about so much about others, and I want you to hear me when I say this, because we're always talking about self accountability and responsibility.
Yes.
It's about your actions, yes, but it's more so about your patterns, because your patterns create the action, and if you don't recognize the pattern, then therefore the actions don't change.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of. I'm gonna put that out there, and I'm gonna
Ooh.
let y'all kind of
Ooh,
go
I,
where y'all
I,
want.
I love, I love, like how they say, I love Lucy. I love how you set that up beautifully, because y'all know the behind the scenes of the changes that's been made, and I like how you said it and put that, because we don't realize how much we mirror each other when it comes to having certain people in our lives that can either contribute or they contribute to a certain extent, and then you start to see a lot of changes that can kind of alter where you're going. So it's just like a car with an alignment. If you don't have an alignment on your car, it's going to be chaos. It's like you sliding down the lane, but you see you drift, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, it's time for an alignment. And the only way you know that is if it's not aligned, because you already in sync with an aligned car. So um in my situation, I noticed that I had to look at what I allowed. And it's not so much about the other person's action, but what did I allow myself to get into and not confront, or even not even handle in a manner that I should have, and allowed too much to pile up. Because it's just like, oh, that's the homie. Oh, that's the bro. Oh, that's the. I like how you said when ET was said, about the responsibility and loyalty. You can be loyal, but to a certain extent. Like if you're so much loyal to whatever it is that they're doing or not doing over what you need to have done, and then you're still disloyal to yourself.
Yeah.
There's still disloyalty that's present in the midst that you can't see, because we live in a society where we want things so fast. We live in a society where it's like now, but nobody wants to work for it, or nobody wants that slow crop cooking that it takes in order to build something. So, and then it creates entitlement. It creates, I'm owed this because, and if you're not careful, you can always feel like you need to allow them to eat off that plate that they never prepared. So
Hold on.
Yeah, no, you ain't finna just slide by there like you ain't said a bar.
sorry. Because think about it, you in the
gotta be
kitchen.
real mature to digest what you just said. Say it again.
But I'll put it in this instance, right? So when you already the one using your gas, you're the one going to the store, you're the one that made out the list and the items, you're the one that's going to get the buggy or the basket, you're the one going down these aisles getting every item that you need. You're getting back into your car, you're using that gas to get back to where you're going. You go to the kitchen. It takes time for prepping. It takes time to get the oven to even add a certain degree amount, or if you're on the stove, you got whatever you boiling or whatever the case may be, and then you're chopping things up, you're preparing, then you're cooking it. That takes time. So you doing all of this just to bring to the table for others to eat and partake of something that they never helped build or cook.
Nowhere in the process.
Nowhere near the process. And it's just like, oh man, this is what we doing, this is what we having. Bad. They just pull up a chair, they don't even wash their hands. Like they'll like it's a whole process.
It did what get me, bro. It did. They be the first one. You got 5 to go plates before everybody else even touch one thing.
That sound about right. And so and the process that I went through is just like I wasn't satisfied with how the year panned out. I was not satisfied, and I was real and honest with myself. And I love how you set it up beautifully, because I do like a pretty much like a 3-system heart check. Like, am I tripping?
That's good. That's good.
Because it's accountability. I got to look at myself first.
I like that.
That has
Am
to
I
be,
tripping?
that has to be numero uno. If that's behind anything else, okay, you got to do some things. You got.
I like that.
So number one, am I tripping?
Am I tripping?
Number.
Sometimes it be number one.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
Like, sometimes
Because you know,
I'm tripping, I'm tripping,
you
my
know
bad,
you,
you know what I'm saying?
and you
Yeah.
know you can be a stickler for some things,
Yeah.
but what they view as a stickler is their standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, so and then there's the second process I go through. Am I bitter? Like, am I free from if I hear this person's name or if this situation come up to where it offers opportunities and they could be a part of that? It's just like,
Right. That's good.
am I bitter? The third check is also my ego and making sure that, okay, I'm not blocking what they can possibly feed their families with too. But then the fourth thing is the accountability with your bros is like, okay, I need outsource sources that can see with a different pair of eyes. So really it's 4-system check. But when you have those 4 things in line, it helps you to keep you from creating a narrative in your mind that's imaginary from what's real and what's not.
Yeah. And that's good, man. That goes back to what I was saying, because you got to understand a pattern is leading up to something. So the finished product isn't the finished product until you follow the pattern. So when you allow people to treat you a certain way, they're only following the pattern that you set.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, in most instances, you got some out there, they just off they rocker. But in most instances, there's a series of steps that allow them to do or say what they're doing or saying in your life. So therefore, you set the pattern, you create the pattern, and therefore this is the finished product. So in order for you to change the finished product, you have to change the pattern.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like you can write a book today, and 6 months from now, you can do a revision of that book. It can become a special edition. You know what I'm saying, or something of that sort. You know what I'm saying? Because you added some new information into it.
Yeah.
And so now that you have this new information, man, I don't like how that made me feel, or I don't like this anymore. So now it's up to you to change the pattern to get a different result. So it's like I said, it's about the action, but it's not so much about the action as what is the pattern that set the action in motion.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you don't know what you like or what you don't like until it really stings. Like it just it's no different than when you have a vision that you've set out and then you merge or partner with something else, and then now it's just like, okay, we're half and half, but we got to make sure the halves are still whole, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you got your thing going over, but that needs to be structured. That needs to be a well-oiled machine. I got what I got going over here. This needs to be structured, well-oiled machine, because there's still things that we're trying to put in place to build to the ultimate end goal, and that's to have something that's a well-oiled machine, and that can feed your families, and that can create generational wealth. So, but if you don't see nothing wrong with that, and if you can't catch it yourself, then you're willing to stay where you are, and that's a huge problem, because seasons causes you to shift and move. You don't know what not to do until you see something that you didn't like. That's just the realness. So that's why we go through seasons of struggle. Struggle is going to present itself in every season, in some way, shape, fashion, or form. Even when everything's good, there's still going to be some they're going to be like that. You just know how to maturely handle it better than what you normally would have if you wasn't mature enough to handle that, whatever that may look like.
Yeah, that's good. I want to revisit what you said about the two halves. And so I got exactly what you're saying. It's basically, even though the two halves, but the whole half have to be available.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you can't have, I got a struggling business and you got a struggling business, and me and you partnering up to go into business. No, something wrong. You know, it's It's not you connecting with somebody that's perfect or saying that you have to be perfect, but two broken people coming together to produce something, ain't nothing good gonna come out of that. And you have to be real with yourself with it. And I think that's where we get jacked up, we get messed up because too many people are not willing to be real about themselves because they're in their feelings and they're in their emotions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes with productivity, and sometimes, not all the time, because empathy does serve its portion. And I keep that at the forefront of of what I try to keep that at the forefront of what I do and how I respond. However, at the end of the day, sometimes there are decisions that you're going to have to make, and feelings can't be part of the equation.
Right.
Because, like you said, you know, sometimes your responsibility is worth more. One of y'all said it, but I'm just paraphrasing. Your responsibility is more important than your loyalty.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta. I am loyal to my responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, my responsibilities is gonna out trump what I like or what I care about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty like I would say,
Mhm.
you got a job, hey y'all fellas, look, we got the podcast, but I got this opportunity. They talking about 190 a year at this school.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go to Texas. You gotta go to Texas, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You gotta go because you are responsible for a wife. You are responsible for your daughters. You are responsible for the Marana legacy. You are responsible for that. And guess what? Since we got a brotherhood, you did a responsible thing by letting me know I gotta slide.
Deuces.
You know what I'm saying? So that's so your responsibility is always gonna outweigh over your loyalty. I know people who sitting behind bars right now, they were loyal to somebody, but they were not responsible for their livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting behind bars because you were loyal to somebody who did something to somebody, but you didn't do it, so you were not responsible for your life.
Mm-hmm.
You misjuggle you to make sure somebody else was straight. We're not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And relational rehab starts when you separate the love from leverage. Because, bruh, I'm telling you,
Hold up. This nigga on the roll tonight, boy. He's like, man, what you doing?
you know how they say, because relational rehab starts by separating love from leverage. Because love isn't strong enough to make sure these bills is coming in this crib, getting paid. Love isn't strong enough with just, well, I do what you love to do, you do what I love to do, and there it's just like marriage or the dating scene. You're not dating just to date. There's an end result. You're building something. You're building a family. You're building a legacy. You're building a love that is in a bond that is unbreakable. It's there's leverage in marriage. There's leverage in your business, what you got and what you want to do, but you can't allow love to distort that because love will keep you from handling responsibility. Love is like, okay, we just cuddle up all day. You know, love will just keep you doing lovey-dovey stuff, and like you ain't got no responsibilities over here.
Somebody got to go to work.
Somebody got to go to work.
love ain't finna pay that light bill that just showed up in the mail.
Hey, hello, Tico? Yeah, love paid it all. Yeah, his name Jesus. No, but it's bro, and it's just like a lot of times, and that's where we get brokenhearted in a lot of stuff because we know the possibilities and the intentions of what could be if we use our leverage right. If we manage our leverage right.
Yeah.
And know how to balance I would say balance, but also prioritize at the same time.
Yeah, because when you rehabilitate something, it's to basically bring it back to its natural state of health, or even improve it. And when you look at relationships, it can be marital, it could be homies, business, it could be ministry, whatever the case may be. There, it's almost like the stock market, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got different sectors in the stock market. There's different sectors in your relationship. Love is just a part of love is the foundation of how every sector moves. let's just love is the foundation.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? You build upon it, you move upon it. And depending on how your financial health is doing, you have to move how you need to move. Depending on how someone's mental health is doing, you have to move how you need to move. So when it comes to those areas, love is not, no, it's not strong enough to, it's not meant to be. Lovey-dovey stuff is not meant to be, you know what I mean? But it is meant to have something that you could stand on and build on and rebuild on every single time. Because love doesn't pay bills, but if you love your spouse how you say you do,
Right.
you finna like, look, babe, we got to put a game plan together. Help me think this thing out. This is what I think. What do you think?
Yeah. That's good. But
What do you think? Because depending on what you think and what I think, it's depending on what I'm about to do. Because I love you enough to I'm finna go out here. I don't need you out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm finna go out here. I need you home. I need you to know that I'm gonna do what I need to do in the best of my abilities, because let's be honest about it. Everything else, everything that we put our hands on is just a resource.
yeah.
God is the ultimate source. God is the source. Everything else is the resource. So as long as I'm stewarding every resource that touches my hands the best of my ability, as long as I do the best I can do with the natural, God gonna come through with the super. And he does it all the time. He does it all the time. He says, seek ye first
The kingdom
of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto all. All. You didn't say some on.
Not
All
a
of
little
them.
bit.
As long as you seeking me for, bro, I was reading 1 Samuel, right? So I'm reading 1 Samuel.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
And at this point in time, I think it's like chapter 7. At this point in time, Samuel had messed around and got old like everybody else get old. Now, here's the thing. Samuel's sons were on the same lines of Eli the priest's sons, because even though they were his sons, they weren't like him. They weren't like him. Just like Eli the priest's sons weren't like him. The only difference is...
guys were reckless.
Yeah, they was reckless. Only difference is I believe that Samuel was checking his, like he would check his sons, right? But they were still tripping. So, paraphrasing, the elders of the Israelites came to Samuel, hey, look, we don't like how things going. We need a king. And Samuel felt offended, just like anybody else would. Like, hold on, so what you saying? I ain't did enough for you? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how things going right now.
It ain't it.
It ain't it.
Math ain't math, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something, because
The math ain't math.
It ain't mathing, right?
It's a common denominator.
Right.
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it, right? So, but here's the thing. Scripture says that, of course, Samuel got offended, which, like, he's a human, he will get offended, but it says that, and Samuel prayed to the Lord. Come on. So he didn't act out of emotions. He didn't throw what he did for them in their face. He didn't go, okay, check the stone. You remember all these years, everything was good. He didn't do that. He was frustrated. First thing he did before he lashed out, before he said something crazy, before he gave them an attitude, before he stepped out of position, he went straight to the Lord. And that's what we should do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what love does. That's exactly what love will have you acting in a certain way. You know what? I don't understand this. I don't know what's going on. I don't like this, but I need to go to the place. I need to go to the source that will let me know what I need to do next.
Yeah.
Love is being connected to total submission to what's hurting you.
Bro. You know what they kind of remind me of, man? It's like we be so worried about the connection that we're not concerned how we're showing up within the connection.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
We're trying to connect, we're trying to network, but how are you showing up in the middle of all that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why didn't the connection work? Why didn't the partnership work? You know what I'm saying? It's like, can we really truly assess? Are we like showing up like how we said we're supposed to be showing up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because here's one thing that I learned. Like even like it's crazy, bro. It's you remember I think I mentioned it with the last episode, and you know one of my favorite messages for Pastor was when he was talking about the extinct monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And for Blueprint Nation. So basically the premises of the message was there was these monkeys that they said were extinct, but they weren't extinct because they was just in a place they were normally would be in. And so the people kept looking for them in the places that they would normally be in, and so they weren't in that place no more. So a lot of times people are looking for you in places that you're not because you progressed, you evolved. And so when they come back to find you where you were, you're not there because you've evolved and you evolved into another place. And so when you're talking about connections, you know, you have to be you know, real and honest with yourself, because when you're not in the place where people are looking for you at, then you have to be real enough with yourself that where if something is not happening or if something is not connecting, can you be honest enough with yourself to say, is it because of me or is it because of how I'm showing up in this situation?
Yeah.
Prime example, all right, you know, me and my wife this year we'll be married. Let's see, carried it 29 years.
29.
Be married 29 years, together 31, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a time where I was looking for my wife in a place that she no longer existed because she evolved.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I was used to, I know she would normally feel this way in this situation. She didn't feel that way in that situation. Why? Because she evolved. So my response was based upon a past.
An old
Of
person.
a pattern that you were
Yes.
accustomed to. Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm still stuck in the 90s and they don't make those pattern of clothes anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find the pattern of the clothes that I like from the 90s, but they don't exist because it's 2026.
Man, that's good.
The style has evolved. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like even like now, even though real talk though, but not my style ain't like 90s like that no more. But my style is a little bit different than what's normally in the stores. So for me when I shop, it's not as easy because a lot of the styles of today I don't like. You know what I'm saying? So, but me being able to notice, here's Blueprint. This is good. Here's the great. This is how you determine certain things in your life, and then this is how you build upon things in your life, even including relationships, because that situation that I experienced with my wife helped me to explain what was going on with a friend of hers when she didn't understand what was going on with my wife, because she did the exact same thing. She was looking for my wife in a place that she no longer existed. It was wondering why she was responding the way that she was responding to a certain thing. And so when she came to me and asked me about, you know, hey man, you know, what's going on with the wife? You know, I'm trying to, and we've been talking, but it's like it ain't, you know, I'm like,
So used to it being.
yeah, it ain't like what it was. You know, I said because she's evolved. Like she's in a place. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Nope. And it's not personal.
And it's not personal.
It is personal for her.
It's personal for her.
It's not personal.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you showing up in the connection? They've been friends for years, but now you don't know how to show up in the connection because the person that you've known for so long has evolved away from the person that you're used to seeing. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to use my own personal experience to say, well, this is what's going on with her and this is how you need to approach her in the situation, because that's not the person that you knew. She's beyond that. So you just kind of have to go in and
But that's good, because it's like it's a person that you've been looking for that they've always been available, but now it's to the point where they're not available as much. And like, okay, we'll catch up. You know what I'm saying? But when you connect, like you connect like y'all never dropped off. And even with me and G, we don't talk a lot, Greg, but every time it was like, he'll shoot me a message like, bro, this is fire. Or he will let me know, hey, bro, or I comment on his garden and what he got going on. I was like, lit. Like, you can't take things personal for one if you understand his family dynamic. And his job and what he does. So sometimes, hey, bro, just thinking about you, man. You was on my mind, you know what I'm saying? That goes a long way.
That's why I said. That's why I said a couple podcasts ago. Like, you can't take somebody's like. Don't take somebody's like. Don't be offended by somebody's offense. If they're doing their thing, they doing their thing. Like this, their time right now.
Yep.
This their time right now. So you gotta. Matter of fact, you need to focus on your playbook. Focus on your playbook. You know what I'm saying? So you will know how ballers look. Guess what? LeBron, no, not Bron. Not Bron. I ain't finna go there.
Don't do it. Don't be an essay. Let me tell you about Braun.
Kobe moved like Kobe. Right? But Kobe got some moves like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
These big guys in the league, they got some moves like Bron. Because people who ball, they ball like people who ball. Straight up. They ballers. Study your playbook. So, you know what I'm saying? So you won't be offended by somebody else doing their thing. You'll be in the same realm as them. You'll be in the same room as them. You'll be in the same court as them. You will understand what they're going through. You will understand their processes. You have your own thing. Remember, I forgot what chapter it was. Y'all fact check me. It was I'm finna paraphrase too. I'm finna do a big paraphrase. It was Jesus was somewhere with disciples. There was somewhere doing their thing. They casting people that raised it from the dead. It was somebody else who was casting demons out, not far from them. And one of the disciples was like, Jesus, they over there casting demons out in your name. But they're not with us. What's going on with that? Jesus said something like, just because they're not here with us.
Those don't come out by just not that one. Okay.
Basically, he was like, just because they're not here with us, don't mean they're not on the same team as us. So if you balling like they balling, you will understand what's going on, even from over here. So just study your playbook. You can't be offended because someone's offense is not like your offense at the moment. AKA, don't be mad and try to understand when people outgrow the relationship that y'all are in.
That's the key word. Outgrow.
Okay. Flip side. Flip side. The person who's outgrown, you don't think they just haven't said nothing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because they have to keep moving and they understand that I can't touch everything. I can't speak on everything no more. I can't let everything in my. I can't even act like I heard everything no more. Because everything is so fragile right now, I have to act like I didn't hear you. Because if I lend my attention over there, you can throw me off.
Finesse me out.
So you don't you don't think that the person who outgrows, you don't think that they feel the growth? They feel it too. They feel that we're not close too. They feel that things are different too. But they have to respond to growth differently. Everybody is responding to growth. The person who's outgrowing, bro, when Rain was like this right here, he was like this right here. He has to get used to when he goes somewhere, they're looking, imagine a person who was on chill mode everywhere you go, they're looking straight at you. A person who don't like attention, everywhere you go, they're looking straight at you. And everything you do and say, they're looking at you and how you move in your response. Because when you walk, you're getting attention. So the person who's getting that attention, they have to get used to their growth.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You have to get used to being outgrown. You should be getting tired of being outgrown. When you gonna start growing? Bump that. I'm in Lowe's. I'm getting all the manure. I need that bag. I'm getting all of. I'm just pouring it on myself. bury me in the garden. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You stink. It's called growth.
it's called growth.
Get you
like,
some.
You should be. You
ain't
should-
putting in on this, man.
Right. You should be getting tired of being outgrown. Right. But I'm just saying that people have to adapt on both sides. The person who outgrows, they have to adapt to the growth. They have to adapt to being not caring about what nobody say.
Yeah.
They have to adapt to saying no. They have to adapt to their new way of thinking. Once I was doing before and not working, I can't do that. The phone ringing, you know what? I can't answer I used to answer the phone for you when the phone rang. Now I can't answer the phone right now. They have to get used to that. So everybody is adapting.
Yeah.
Everybody is in constant rehabilitation, bro, at all times.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's good. I wanna go back to when you said know your playbook. That's so important, bro. Because I want to make sure I get out. There's two things I want to point out. And it was Tebow that said, well, actually, Eric Thomas talked about it when he was on stage with Tebow, when they was in that room in the back. And he was talking about a certain thing. And it was like, it wasn't so much about the play or itself. It was about learning the heart of the coach. And it's like when you understand how the coach thinks, then you understand why the coach moved the way he moved.
Yeah.
So when you're going back to like knowing your playbook, right? All right. So when you don't know the playbook, you don't know what to call in certain situations. So what happens is pregame, you don't know what's going to happen. All you're doing is watching film, right? And in real life time right now, your film is your life. Your film is your connections. Your film is your relationship. All you know is what you've seen so far. Right. So that's all the coaches know. So now what the coaches do is they build a blueprint based upon certain scenarios of what they seen. Right. But here's the caveat. I've seen the coach develop a play on the fly because of what they seen out there on the field that they didn't see in the film. I want y'all to catch what I just said.
It's different in real time.
They developed a play on the fly because of what they seen on the field and not in the film. Why? Because they know the play. Because if you don't know the play, then you'll align your player off in the wrong position, and then they'll get flagged because he should have been on the line when he was off the line. Because what I did was I'm looking at the formation. And I know during this scenario, I normally run this play. But because I know the play, now I can tell him, hey, listen, we're going to do the same formation. But this is what I want you to do. Instead of you being on the line, I want you to be off the line, and I want you to motion this way. They ain't practice that. But because I know the play, I can reposition you to win. You see what I'm saying? So now I can look at life to where I know I would normally respond in this way, or we normally move in this way, but because I know the play, I can audible because I know the playbook. And even though that's something that I never experienced before, like my wife, I never experienced her in that situation before because I was expected to see what I've always seen, but she gave me something that I never seen. And because I didn't know the playbook in that moment, guess what happened? I lost possession of the ball. And so until I knew how to hinder her, then that's when I regained possession of the ball, and we, bam, scored, touchdown, end zone, boom.
Because it create new plays, new scenarios.
And that all stems from because I know the playbook. A great coach, they can do that. A rookie coach, average coach, they can't, because they're just learning. If you're just learning how to run plays, because there's different parts of coaching.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So if you're learning how to run like Coach E, man, God bless, man, that's my bro, man. Coach E, man, the way that dude breaks down film, bro, I just love to hear him break down the game when he's doing pregame mode, and like he's all right. He got all the players' numbers. Boom, okay, this guy's this guy's this guy's this. You want to do this with this guy, you can't leave this guy open. You can't do this. It's just, and I know coaches do, but it's just his. But you can tell a coach that's really good at breaking down film versus a coach that's not. And he's a coach that coaches very well, and he breaks down film very well. And so he's able to direct the motion of the play based upon the film that he's watched, and he's able to correlate that to the players in order for them to be successful in that particular game. You know what I'm saying? So in order for you to be successful with the connections that you have to know and understand how you move within the connection, because if not, you're going to stay continuously disconnected. You're going to be at networking events and wondering why you're not closing business deals, because you don't really understand how you're showing up in the way that you connect.
That's good.
Yeah, you got to know.
Bruh, that's good because I'm thinking of one situation now. I've noticed I was trying to force more so than actually allow it to flow.
If we all are honest with ourselves, we have all done that. I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to put a square peg in a round hole.
It's like, hey bro, because it's like you see the end result, you know
Yeah.
what could be, and it's just like, bro,
Yeah.
if we just do this, bro,
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
But it's just like, okay, I need to
Mm-hmm.
have that conversation with him. So I got 2 conversations I got to have this week, which is good in real time, just because of sometimes we don't realize what a person can actually do for you and what they can actually be to you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're in the same space, in the same
Mm-hmm.
vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
You want something to happen so bad that you're willing to do anything to try to make it work. That you'll overextend yourself when it just may not be that time of season. You just have to regroup and recircle, hit the block. You know what I'm saying? Just like sometimes it take those things, because if what happens separately can be magnified, and then once it's gonna be easy, it's gonna flow like water, because now we're both in a place to where we can do this.
Bro, that's like coming out of rehab and going back to the place where you just got rehabilitated from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
I think Proverb calls it a dog going back to his vomit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you just get rehab from AA, and you going right, but you can't do that. Oh man, if we can just I gotta separate myself from that.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, when you are just being rehabbed from something, you do not want to go right back into contact with what you just rehabbed from. You in most instances you're not strong enough to go back into that environment. Now, once you've been rehabbed for a little while, you've been maybe had some type of relation or contact with what you just got rehab from, and you saw where you was able to resist, then but when you just coming out of rehab, so you have to protect your feelings and your emotions, and because you have to be if you know, like Boy want to say earlier, if you know that you're still triggered when they say that person's name, if you know that you're triggered when you go into certain environments, don't do it.
Right.
Yeah, if you know you still soft on them, it happens.
It has to be out of your
People
system.
break up and stuff like that. You have to be mindful and careful. Like I know, truthfully, like you have to be mindful and careful, because if you know that you still, if you know that the cement is still wet, it's not dry yet.
Mm-hmm. It's not time to walk across it yet.
It's not time to walk. You have to do not step on. The paint is wet. You know how many times you go in the hospital and the Baycare be look. You talking about you talking about HGTV? How many times y'all finna remodel this thing? I don't know.
and the first one ain't even working. It just cracking, breaking.
So y'all gonna paint the same dent.
Yeah.
This the third color. Anyway, I ain't if you know, like if you know you soft in the area, you have to you gotta abstain for a
pull
while.
back. Yep.
You gotta build, aka let your gird build up.
Bruh,
You gotta build that gird up.
When I tell you, I had to do that some years ago. Real close, good friend, good person. But it's hard to realize, because sometimes you can be doing it out of desperation. Sometimes you can be doing that because you have nothing to do. Sometimes it just be like that should redirect the mirror to you to be like, okay, well, what am I not doing that I feel like I have to occupy my time in this when I could be building something, when I can be learning something, when I could be building what I can add to make it flourish. So I had to go far as even delete the contact out my phone, because sometimes you got to have self-respect for yourself too, self-dignity. And it's like, when I would go to this person, like, hey, did you get my phone call? And they act like they didn't get your call. So it's just like, okay, well, I called you. I'm like, is your number still da 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 da? He's like, yeah. I just like, oh, okay. So in my head, I made a mental note. I distanced myself, and then I was just like, you know what? This not what it used to be. This is not. They're not in that place no more. So, and I'm cool with that. But I had to understand that. And so if it has to go to the point where you got to delete the contact till you get your gird up, because sometimes that's necessary too. So, like, I'm going through a whole detox phone. Sometimes we just hold on to the stuff just for a what if, you know what I'm saying, or a possibility.
I've done that,
and it's just like, you know what? Nah, we're not doing this.
Guilty.
So I'm like, I'm going through a phone purge as we speak.
Yeah.
And,
Bro,
and
you know what? That's exactly why I say, look. No, it's real, dog. This is
It
real.
is.
Like, love works even when you don't know how to work it. It's not your fault that you put your love in the wrong place. You put your love in the wrong place, your love is gonna work perfectly in a situation that is not right for you.
yeah.
If that makes any type of sense at all. You know what I'm saying? Because love is going to work. Your mind and your heart and your emotions are going to do what they were designed to do. Now, whether you steward them properly or not, it's on you.
Right. That's good.
Exactly.
It's on you. So when you overextend yourself in situations, into people, and you shouldn't have, guess what? When you repent and you go into relational rehab, quote unquote, and you heal up, you heal as much as you need to move forward. You baby steps move forward, right? And you run across the right situation or the right person or the right job or the right opportunity or the right contract, and it's right for you because you did the necessary steps to heal up in the proper amount of time that align you to that point. Guess what? Here's the sucky thing. You do not get to shortchange that opportunity. You did not get to shortchange that person. You did not get to shortchange that ministry because it wasn't their fault that you overextended yourself before they got there. So the same love you gave there, guess what? They need it. Matter of fact, they need double.
Yep.
You have to extend to them too. You can't shortchange them because you misplayed yourself back then. That's why relational rehab is so important, because love is going to do what it's supposed to do. And if you were designed for that individual, it's not their fault that you misheld up the time frame of y'all meeting up. That was on you. That wasn't on them.
That's good.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. Yeah, man, it's good, man. Another good one, man. Blueprint Nation, another good one. Y'all got anything y'all want to kind of leave them with before we close out?
Dub.
I think we could pin. I think we could pin it right there. That was a good way.
Yeah.
That was good. Well, I just figured I'd throw that out there. If anybody want to share something real quick before we.
Definitely. I got something right here. Relational rehab isn't about cutting people off. It's about cleaning up unhealthy expectations. I'm going to say it again. Relational rehab isn't about cutting people off. It's about cleaning up unhealthy expectations.
Good.
What are you expecting from the person that you know they can't give? It's like you don't realize the capacity what a person can do in the season of your life or their life in general, and what they're able to give you. I had to learn that too, because it's like I'm overextending myself. So if you're overextending yourself, you gotta extract, you gotta withdraw, you gotta you have to really focus on you and say, what do I want? What do I need? in this season to be able to get over this hump. That's this kind of a difficult situation for me. So a lot of hurt comes from unrealistic expectations of another person that they don't have no clue about.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in your mind and what you expect. Well, they should know. They know me for no. We can't read minds,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't correct what you don't know. Like how you always say, bro, you can't find nothing what you're not looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing in the expectation realm. It is unhealthy. So
Mm-hmm.
just keep God first. Connect with who God brings in your life. Strengthen that because that'll open up other avenues that can rub other elbows. So, but don't have unrealistic, unhealthy expectations.
Yeah.
Now that they don't deserve.
Yeah. And I would say, in the first part, what I'm going to say is people don't want to hear this at all, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Make room for other people's mess. Come on, let's stop acting like people perfect because you're not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a homeboy, a wife, a fiance, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a coworker, a manager, a pastor, a group leader, a youth leader, whoever it is that you are in contact with, whatever relationship it is, allow them the room for them to be human and make error. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you just let them do what they want to do to you, but they're not gonna be perfect. They're not robots. They are 100% flesh and blood. So everyone needs that space and that opportunity to be human,
Mm-hmm.
to have an error. Come on now, you got to have that bumper for them to be human, so you can love on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on the other side of the coin, take your spot for your growth. So if you're making room for people's error willingly, then you should willingly be looking for your opportunity. How can I get better?
Mm-hmm.
Without worry about how nobody. If I'm making room for you to make an error and love on you, then I should be able to look for an opportunity for me to get better without no hard feelings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
make room for people's error and at the same time be progressive with your progression. And don't feel sorry for it. If I'm not feeling sorry for me making room for you to go off on me every now and then, it's all right, bro. I feel you had a bad day, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Then but when I make a move, don't be looking at me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
don't look at me crazy, bro.
Bull
You know what I'm
got to
saying?
be made.
Moves got to be made.
Cool. Man, that is a great way to end Blueprint Nation. That's a great note to end off of. And we hope y'all definitely got something out of the night, man. Keep going, keep growing. Y'all know how we like to end up out of here, man. Shoot for the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. Blueprint Nation, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.